Good morning, good morning. So, disclaimer. Yeah, I had this shirt on yesterday. I recorded my video and put it on and took it off. So, it's clean. It's all good. So, that's my disclaimer for that. But I woke kind of late this morning because uh my daughter Shamari, the baby, she's 2 making 3. And sometimes she get in her fits, whether like if she off her schedule, she was off her schedule because she stayed up. No, she slept late yesterday, so she stayed up late last night, and she was cranky, and that caused tantrums like that. So that's my blood pressure is high, so that just made me want to talk about it, and I already had to go to the doctor today for my blood pressure, and I'm like, really, So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and talk about this a little more. I brought it up once in a video when I first started taking my medicine, which was almost a year ago. So I said, well, this is a good time to do an update and really start talking about it because I've been dealing with high blood pressure for a long time. But if you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I drop a video. Um, I do family vlogs, recipes. I drop YouTube tips. I give encouragement, and I'm going to be talking about my journey with high blood pressure. This will be the first episode. As you see, it's the ep1, episode 1. It's like a little car bang, I guess, because I got to eat something, even though my stomach kind of upset. I'm kind of scared to eat, but I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna get straight into it. Good morning to whoever came in. Please like the video. Uh, so when I was about 15, 16, maybe I'm gonna say 17, I found out I had high blood pressure. I wouldn't really say I think I had headaches and stuff like that. And I would say I was under a lot of stress because I did go through Hurricane Katrina, which is another topic we're gonna talk about at another time. Um, because it's still hard for me to even talk about Hurricane Katrina for whatever reason. I'm 31. I was 14, but it's crazy, and it did change my life for the better. I will say that in a way. I don't know, but anyways, so I found out I had high blood pressure, and they offered me medicine, and I took the medicine. Again, I was under a whole lot of stress with the changing of schools in the middle of like just starting high school, not even the middle. The very beginning of high school, I was in 9th grade. I was excited to go to the school I was going to. Um, I had never been outside of my culture. That's all I knew. New Orleans was all I knew. And then I moved to the country. Even though people call Louisiana, New Orleans the country, I moved to the country. And it was very rural, very small, like no places for me, like what I'm used to, family, um, all that good stuff. And it was a lot of, how can I say it to be politically correct? It was a lot of, it was a culture shock with the race and the racism and stuff like that as well, because it was a different type of racism going on. It was from kids that was raised that way. Let me try to take a bite of my food too. So they had different ways they did things. And then everybody knew me from being the girl that came to school from Hurricane Katrina, which it was about 15 of us that came to school at the same time. So that was kind of cool, because we all kind of hung together. But it still was a weird vibe. So I was under a whole lot of stress. I'ma just say that. All of that brought a lot of stress. And my mom was under a lot of stress too, which she was okay then, because once we got settled, she had a house and she was happy. I was the one still upset because I wanted to go home. And she like, baby, this is home now. I'm popping open a ketchup, yo. I like to eat ketchup with my hash brown. I got a hash brown and sausage and egg McGriddle, and then I got the caramel frap. So around the same time, my mama put me on high blood pressure medicine. She also put me on birth control. Okay, so you can only imagine the emotional stress on me as a teenager. Now, I didn't know that then, and the doctor didn't explain that to us then. And my mama, she didn't expect that. She thought it would help more than hinder me, right? Um, but mixing those two type of medicines together, now when we look back, it was like, oh wow. Um, yeah, I can't really. I just remember so much going on and my reactions to things. I would be snappy. Then you got your cycle going on. You got outside things going on in life. It's like that was just too much. I had too much in my body. I had too much going on. And so eventually I wouldn't really even take it on time. That's another thing. I wasn't consistent with the medicine. Like the birth control, I was consistent because I didn't, even though I wasn't really active like that at that time, I wasn't a virgin, but I wasn't active like that. But I still wanted to keep it in my body just in case. And but when you're on high blood pressure medicine, you have to be consistent, like I am now. So I started taking it again in college. I want to say I went to the doctor for something, and my new doctor, I had a new doctor. She suggested that I take it because she saw my pressure was high. They took it a few times. I denied it the first time, went back. She said, no, your pressure is still very high. By then, I had my first daughter, my oldest daughter. And I decided to take it that time. And, because she laid it on thick, she was like, look, I'm going to tell you like this. You are, at the time, like 23. Your pressure is this high. You could end up having a stroke. Anything could happen. So, let me pay attention to the time. All right, my appointment is at 9:45. It's 8:54 a.m. So I should have time. Good morning, hey Mo. Thank you for joining. So, just a quick recap. I started off talking about I'm eating too. I'm eating some McDonald's breakfast in a frap, and I'm talking about transitioning from going through Hurricane Katrina, which I didn't talk about Hurricane Katrina, but transitioning from going through Hurricane Katrina, moving to where I was in Napoleonville, which is a very much small area, it's country, which I turned out to like eventually. That's where my old man from. He from Napoleonville. Uh, and the stress. Thank you for liking the video. The stress it put on my body, going through that at such a young age, and then I was diagnosed with high blood pressure at about 17 years old, and I was put on blood pressure medicine along with birth control at the same time, and it kind of counteracted itself, and I just spiraled. I spiraled. So one thing I did do at that time, I worked out a lot. That kind of helped me stay calm and it helped me stay fit because I had gained a lot of weight. I used to stress eat. So I gained a whole lot of weight my first year out there. And by that second year, and I'm saying a whole lot, but it was a lot for me. I was like this size then almost, and I was only 14, 15 years old. Good morning, Katrina. Thank you for joining. Y'all came at the same time. Thank y'all. Yeah, I'm just talking about how I found out that I had high blood pressure at about 17 after Hurricane Katrina, which I went through that when I was 14, and going to a new area, new school, new people. And okay, thank you. And taking blood pressure medicine with birth control and how that affected my body at a young age. So I have a doctor's appointment this morning. That's why I'm talking about it. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. That's why I made the comment. I posted in my stories too. Thank y'all for liking the video. So, yeah, it was hard. I didn't even know. I just thought I had a bad attitude. And I never had a bad attitude like that. Like, me and my mom used to really get into it. She used to be like, girl, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, nothing wrong with me. But the whole time, I'm snappy because of my cycle, blood pressure medicine, and birth control. And we didn't realize it until now when people started talking about it. And of course, when I got off it, I noticed a change. She noticed. She was like, what happened? You so calm. And I'm like, well, I think the birth control was even worse for me. I think that was even worse. And then the fact that I wasn't consistent on the blood pressure medicine was a bad thing as well. Because I am back on it now. So I was talking about how I got back on it when I was about 23. I had stopped taking it for a while, started school, had my daughter, and I went to the doctor. And I also used to smoke a lot. So that's another thing. I'm I'm talking about in high school, yo. I'm smoking weed, Black and Miles. I'm mixing Black and Miles with weed, and I'm on blood pressure medicine and birth control. Cause I'm gonna be fully transparent. Now, all of that mixed together is like kill yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing too much too early. And I was drinking on the weekends. I was drinking vodka. I'm talking a lot. I'm drinking. I'm smoking. I'm taking my medicine. And it's just a bad combination. It was horrible. Again, the doctor tell you not to drink, not to smoke when you're doing these things. And I did it anyways. So all of this going on in my body, excuse me, and I'm just spiraling out of control, not realizing it. So, and at the time, my mama was still working in New Orleans. We lived an hour away. We had a nice house. She kept everything in the house. I cook, I clean, I'm taking care of my little sister. So I feel grown. Okay, I'm feeling real grown. It's just me and my little sister. I'm taking care of her. I'm cooking, making sure mom have what she need when she come home. Hey, Tori, good morning. Good morning. Thanks for liking the video. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for liking the video. So I had a lot on my plate. Like, the more I talk, the more I'm remembering, like, because something just told me just talk about it. Because, y'all, my blood pressure is literally currently going down. I took my medicine just now. I took 2 Tylenols because my daughter, my baby girl, was just up having tantrum after tantrum for like 3 hours. She'd have a tantrum, calm down, be nice. Tantrum, because she was tired, she was cranky. We slept for a long time yesterday because of the rain, and that caused her to be up longer, and her schedule was real off. So she was just real cranky. Hey T, good morning. You on it too? Now it's better. I'm gonna get to that, and I'm gonna talk more about it. Like, I'm gonna make another video, but I just had to get it out just right quick, cause I literally had to, like, I didn't get up at 6 as like I usually do. I usually get up at 6, get my kids up, get them ready, get them on a bus, and do whatever I have to do after that. But since I knew I had my appointment at 9:45 and my head was hurting, I'm like, I don't want to get up and be sick. Cause sometimes if your blood pressure go up, it'll really make you sick. You can't eat, you can't rest, like, you uncomfortable, you know? So I'm like, my daughter, she was up having tantrum after tantrum, went to sleep and woke up at like 5:30, 5:45, and it was almost time for me to get up. So I'm looking at it like, wow. She crying, and I done said something, I done yelled or whatever I said, and she laid down and ended up going back to sleep. And I'm like, when my head about to start banging, I got to go back to sleep. Like, I'm already having crazy dreams. Like, I have to go back to sleep so I could get up and really be ready for the day. So I let them miss the bus, and I brought my girls to school late. And I'm like, I'm gonna come over here and, give me something to eat and try to really get myself together before I go to the doctor. I'm gonna read your comments. Yes, I was diagnosed 4 months ago. My bottom numbers still be high, so I may have to go back to the doctor. I was diagnosed at 17. See, after that Katrina stuff and all that I was going through with that and moving, like, it really took a toll on me. And excuse me, it was just a lot. It was a lot of stress I had been under even before that. So just my parents divorcing and stuff like that. I think all of that, and then it's hereditary too for me with my dad. My mama, she didn't catch it till after Katrina as well. She didn't have high blood pressure and show up till then, and she had thyroid taken out, and she was fine. She take her thyroid medicine, but after Katrina, it was just something about going through that, and we didn't even have a serious traumatic situation. We did stay. We did not leave. The water did rise while we were in the house. It was all of my family in 2 houses. We was uptown in 17, and it could have been worse. That's why I be like, it's not traumatic, but it's traumatic regardless. You was in the city when the water was rising, so that's stressful. Just to know, and then moving and having people seeing me in the newspaper. I was all in the newspaper. Like, my mama, we was in the newspaper. We got our house. The people help her get a call. They put all that in the newspaper. And they used to be like, you the girl in the newspaper. Da, da, da. And that was aggravating. And then I had a bunch of little white people. I don't know how else to say it. Like, just treating me a certain type of way. And I had to really figure out a way to not be hood so I don't get put out, which I was always getting put out of school anyways, but still, address the situation. It's a lot. That's a whole topic right there, y'all. My transition after Katrina. My husband has high blood pressure since his stroke. He stopped smoking and taking his meds regularly. His pressure is so much better. Yes, I had to quit smoking. I realized that. I was like, look, I can't do it. And I just quit smoking. I was smoking weed and Black and Mouse. And I was smoking them heavy, yo. When I tell y'all, it was like, I don't know. And I was functional. That's another reason why I smoked so much, because I smoked in college. I knew when to and I knew when not to. So, I made it through school. I'm like, well, if I could do this, I could do anything. I could get high if I want to. Like, that's how I felt. In high school, I wrote a paper about how weed is not hindering. I'm going to stop saying that word for they block me or something. How, some things are not as bad as others. I wrote a paper about it. Like, that's how confident I was in doing that. But I really had to get older and look back on my life. And I'm about to be 31 next month. My birthday next month. Anytime my birthday come around, that's another thing about me. I have to reflect on the past and look at my future and see what I did, what I could change, and stuff like that. But that's good. He did it. I really saw the change. I saw the difference, and I'm on my medicine now. See, when I got on my medicine when I was 23, it started taking my health. I was under stress with my last relationship. And I'm gonna talk about that. Being married to a dude in jail was very stressful, with a daughter, a new baby. And I was on the medicine, and he thought it was funny. Like, he just took life as a joke for me, and that really stressed me out. That's how I went natural. I ended up cutting my hair to a fade. I cut my hair completely off. Um, a year after I told him I was leaving him, I told him, I'm like, look, I can't do this no more. I got to go. And a few months later, I told him, look, I'm about to start I'm about to start talking to people. Like, I'm about to start dating. Like, cause I was single, then I started dating. And then I was like, okay, I don't like dating. I'm about to get in a relationship. Like, that's how I am with my life. I don't play with my life. Like, I'm about to look at what's wrong, what's right, and what I could do to do it better. I said, look, and this was about August. I said, I'm about to get in a relationship. I don't know who, but somebody about to come into my life. Okay. And sure enough, I got into a relationship. I said, I'm about to get pregnant. Like, I'm not playing. And I told him because I wanted him to understand, because when them dudes is in jail, they think things is a game. Time doesn't phase them. So me telling him I'm leaving him 3 months ago doesn't matter to him. When he called, he think it's still all good. He don't have to call. He could write one letter. I don't have to write back. He's still gonna think we in that relationship. So you gotta really be serious when you talking to them. You have to be firm on your word. You gotta really show them. Like, see, I'm serious. I'm gonna get into that. But he thought it was he, like, my hair started falling out. And he would tell me, like, you look bad. He would really tell me, like, and I'm like, do I look bad? I started questioning myself. And mind you, I was in this relationship with him when he was in jail for my daughter. He went to jail when I was 5 months pregnant. He didn't get out till 2020. Okay? I was in this relationship with him from 2013 to 2015. January 2016. So that's 3-4 years. That's a long time to deal with somebody that's locked up. And I'm talking about going to visits and everything. This was really serious. I got married at the prison. This is really serious. All of this is stressful. So I got back on the medicine, and I wasn't on it consistently, and it made me sick. Good morning, Manny. Good morning, Brittany. I'm sorry, yo. Girl, I cried about Katrina, although we wasn't affected. I'm happy y'all made the situation was horrible. I can't. I can't. Y'all, I was looting and everything. I was in Walmart. I was in Walmart shopping. Like, I was so numb at first. I didn't really realize how bad it was. Then the water rose the next day. And then we tried to leave, and we saw how much water was in other parts of the city. Like, because they didn't even have that much water where we was. And I'm like, how the hell? That's when I really just felt sick. And we got out. We went to a shelter. It was a lot. Then my grandma and them left. My great-grandma moved to California. I'm like, everybody leaving but us. It was a lot, y'all. It just made me sick. It made me sick just talking about it. OMG, it's a blessing you're here. That was such a rough time. It was very rough, sorry. I got so much to tell y'all. Hey, Manny, good morning again. Them jail relationships will really have you stressed. Yes, and see, I knew him from high school, so I felt obligated. In my mind, at first, it was like, I felt like I should stick around with him because I decided to go and get pregnant by him like that spur of the moment. I'm like, I did that on purpose. I had my daughter on purpose. I should stick around. This is my friend from school. Let me be by his side. I thought I was obligated by God, because I'm very spiritual as well. So I felt like since it happened with me, but that wasn't on me. Everything he did was before me because I was in college. He was in jail when I was in college. He came home for a year. I left him alone then when I left. You know what I'm saying? I had already left him. I should have never went backwards. And he came and he popped up. And I fell for the old though. But I thought I was slick too. I was being slick. I was being high. Okay, I was being high. Hey, Brittany plus 7, good morning. Yeah, I bet y'all, and he really don't. He understand, he get it, but he's still like trying to do little slick stuff currently. Like he not in my daughter life, and he still try to be slick with things. Like even when I tried to let him be in her life, he was always so focused on what I'm doing, trying to talk to me and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, it's been how many years? My daughter about to be 5. My baby, my middle girl, the girl that I had when I left him, Riley, she about to be 5. That's 6 years because I was pregnant for a year almost. How do you think? You know what I'm saying? So, but he got issues, yo. He was out of order, very out of order. He really made me feel some type of way. He made me feel some type of way, yo. I was stressed. I've been there too with my oldest girl. That yes, I felt obligated. I went to jail when I was pregnant with him, but I walked away. Child, I should have walked away fast soon. Let me take a few bites, y'all. I'm gonna be getting off in a minute. But see, now I came here and I started taking it last year. I'm back on my medicine. I cleared my mind. I cleared out my body. I told mom, I said, "My look, I'm gonna get off birth control." I got off birth control after Riley, before Riley, because I knew what I was about to do. I knew I wanted to have a baby. In 2015, 2016, I got off birth control. Cause I wasn't even messing with nobody when he was locked up, but I still was on birth control. I was so faithful. I was so faithful. But I got off it, and I let my body just cleanse itself, and I stayed off the blood pressure medicine. I said, "Ma, I want to see what's gonna happen. If I need the blood pressure medicine, what's triggering me to have these meltdowns? Like I need to figure out my body." So I had Shamari, and Shamari, I had to have her early due to my blood pressure. That was my first sign. So you gotta pay attention to the signs. That was my first sign. And they gave me the pitocin and stuff to have her early that day. Like what you call it? The induced. I got induced. I was induced all 3 pregnancies, but I was induced with her because of my blood pressure. So I said, okay, well maybe my blood pressure is an issue now. So had her. I stayed off the birth control with her. Got out here, went to the doctor. The lady said, okay, baby, you got to get on blood pressure medicine. I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm doing it again. And I told her my situations, how my emotions, my hair loss. I told her everything I went through. I'm like, are you sure this is the right doses for me? She gave me the first dose. It was 5 milligrams of hydrochlorothiazide. Amlodipine. She gave me the amlodipine first. It was still high after like 5 months. Then she gave me the hydrochlorothiazide to take with it for because she was gonna up my dose, and she said it was gonna give me fluid. So the hydrochlorothiazide was gonna help the fluid as well as help manage my blood pressure. So I said, okay, ma'am, I'm trusting you. Nah, I'm trusting you. So, so blood pressure makes childbirth tough. No, I'm gonna have to talk about that. It didn't, but it could be tough on the baby. It could stress the baby out. So yes, so it's been a year, and that's hard. That's hard. It's been a year now, and I can't say I haven't had any issues. I've been the calmest I ever been. It's been under control. I I don't have no complaints. I don't have no complaints. I'm happy about it. I wish I could do without it. I still want to be able to get to the point where I could do without it, but I just came to the conclusion that I'm gonna just be on it, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Um, but I'm just happy to still be healthy because I was scared. I started seeing people having heart attacks at my age. I was in my early 20s and I was scared. I didn't want to die. You know, you don't want to just go and die out early. And then I got children. Like, I got to take care of myself. So that's why I just want to talk about it because I'm pretty sure in our community, it's a lot of females that's my age that everything look good on the outside. Like you just happy, you feeling good, you dressing up, you taking pictures. And then deep down inside, you sick, you know? And nobody don't want to take medicine because they feel like there might be an old people disease or that might be something. Whatever people feel about it, they just need to, I just want it to be different because I saw females just I saw females pass away the last couple years that was my age. So I made this to 31. I'm not gonna cry. I know I don't look like I'm about to cry, but I feel it. Cause I was scared. And yeah. You know, if you got something going on, talk about it with somebody. Cause I didn't tell nobody what was going on in my relationship. Nobody knew what was going on. Nobody realized my hair was falling out. Um, I remember when somebody did realize it was falling out, they laughed at how I had it cut or something like that, and they didn't realize that I was going through something. So, you know, sometimes you don't want to talk about things, but you got to talk about it with somebody, even if you got to get a counselor. Talk about it, because nobody knew. And when I left him alone, they was surprised. They was like, what you doing? Why are you leaving your husband? And I went off. I went off on Facebook. And this other stuff he told me too. It's a lot of other things he did that I may or may not bring up again. I don't know. Because I still got to think about my daughter and when she get older and if she see this and stuff like that. Good morning, Kiara. I wish you would have caught it early. I need everybody, especially people like that talk to me often. I need y'all to hear this and really take it serious. And you know, go and if you even if it's like too expensive and you gotta go to a clinic and like really let them check your blood work and stuff like that. Really get yourself checked out. I still want to do a biopsy because I had a situation last year with my ankle. Excuse me. And my ankle, okay, and my ankle had swollen and I couldn't walk. And the lady was trying to say all kind of craziness about the big C word. And I'm like, what? Because of my ankle. But I ended up getting a steroid shot and it took my ankle down. And I haven't had that issue again. But they told me to get a biopsy and I haven't gotten it. So I do want to do that just to make sure I'm 100%. But yeah, I'm going to stick with, you know, keeping up with my health and stuff like that. Let me see the comments again. Yes, it's dangerous. Girl, I'm 38 and I feel way older. I've learned no one really cares about what I'm going through. I just keep it to myself. People want to be nosy and talk about me and each other, so I stay to myself. So, water, like, see, I started drinking alkaline waters last year. I didn't know about none of that. Good morning, Jones Experience 7. I started drinking alkaline water. I eat less fried food. I know I am too. I feel it in my chest. I'm trying to just get through the conversation because I really do have to get ready to go. It's not that far away though, where I have to be. But I'm about to leave in a minute. Jones Experience 7, please catch the replay because I want everybody to hear this, that I talk to, that I'm close to it. And even if I'm not close to you, but definitely if I am, you know, talking to y'all, I want y'all to hear this so y'all could be up on the conversation. Health is definitely wealth. And that's another thing. When I was starting YouTube, I'm like, I can't be out here pushing YouTube and I'm not, you know, keeping up with my health because that's a lot of stress. Staying up on being trending and posting and all of these things, and then in the back of your mind you got a headache and that's high blood pressure. So I'm going to my doctor's appointment, y'all, and I'm gonna get ready to go. And I'm gonna keep y'all posted on everything. Time. Yeah, it's 9:20. I gotta be there for 9:45. So I'm gonna keep y'all posted. This episode 1, we gonna talk some more. And yes, definitely, YouTube is very stressful. We gotta take care of ourselves. We definitely do. We can't be around here showing up for them and not showing up for ourselves. It's gonna happen when it's gonna happen, but we got to be healthy when it happens. And while we trying to get there. So thank y'all so much for joining. I appreciate y'all. And excuse me. I'm gonna see y'all in episode 2, but I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. And thank y'all so much. Enjoy y'all day. Be blessed. Stay prayed up. Stay healthy. Drink y'all alkaline water. And I see y'all later. Bye.